The Rattrap के question answers, short and long. So first short question answers. Having vehemently declined the Iron Master's invitation, why did the peddler accept Edla's invitation? क्यों peddler ने उसके invitation को accept किया? The peddler declined the Iron Master's invitation for fear of being caught, कहीं पकड़ा ना जाए, for stealing the old crofter's money. However, he accepted Edla's invitation as her warmth, friendliness. क्यों एक्सेप्ट किया, ये इसके मेन वर्ड्स हैं, प्लीज इसको याद कीजिए. उसकी वार्मथ, उसकी फ्रेंडलीनेस और कंपैशन, उसके अंदर इन तीन चीजों की वजह से कॉन्फिडेंस आया. ही वाज आल्सो टच्ड बाय द रिंग ऑफ सिंसियरिटी इन हर वॉइस. ये रीजंस थे जिसकी वजह से पेडलर के अंदर कॉन्फिडेंस आया और वो एडला के साथ चला गया. राइट. When did the Iron Master realize his mistake of confusing the peddler's identity with the captain? कब realize हुआ उसको? The Iron Master realized his mistake of confusing the peddler's identity with his old comrade when the peddler was presented before him in the broad daylight after having been given a bath, a shave, haircut and fine clothes. जब ये सब दिया, so he understood that the man was actually a tramp. उसका असली friend वो नहीं है. Why was Edla happy to see the gift left by the peddler? So Edla was happy to see the gift left by the peddler as he had respected the faith shown in him by her. Rather than walking off with their silverware, his gesture proved that the goodness in his heart had been awakened. उनके silver spoons लेकर नहीं भागा, rather उसने एक letter दिया, एक gesture दिया, जो उसके अंदर एक अच्छा जो inner self था वो जाग गया, and he behaved like a true dignified captain. और उसने एक सच्चे कैप्टन की तरह behave किया. The reader's sympathy is with the peddler right from the beginning of the story. Why is it so? So, is this sympathy justified? So, the poverty-stricken, pathetic life of the peddler moves the reader and arouses his sympathy right from the beginning. This sympathy is definitely not ill-placed as the tramp is facing such a life not due to his own fault, but because the lady luck had refused to smile on him. Right? Despite his philosophical insights, the vagabond fails to resist temptations. What would you attribute to? Explain with reference to any instance from the text. The peddler comes to believe in the philosophy that the world lures people. लोगों को वो लालच देता है, lure करता है, tempt करता है. Right? So lure का मतलब होता है tempt करना. उनको वो tempt करता है. ठीक है. And those who get tempted are trapped forever. और जो tempt हो जाते हैं वो trap में आ जाते हैं हमेशा के लिए. His own life is a classic example of this philosophy. So once he steals a little money, he is forever guilty stricken. The same guilt haunts him when he accepts the Iron Master's hospitality under a false identity. Right now, fortunately, he is able to break free from all these temptations and becomes a guilt-free soul. एक दिन वो अचानक इन सब से वो अपने आप को छुड़ा पाता है टेम्पटेशन से, और आज एक गिल्ट फ्री जोन में आके एक अच्छा इंसान बन पाता है. राइट. Long questions. For years together, why did the vagabond stick to a life of dishonesty and a total disregard for his conscience? What brought about a sudden and total transformation in his life? So the peddler had lived a despicable, यानी कि unpleasant life उसने हमेशा जी है as a vagabond governed by dishonesty for years. So his only aim was to keep his body and soul together by hook or crook. Right? The society had an indifferent attitude towards him. तो बार बार चैप्टर में लिखा है कि सोसाइटी ने उसके साथ अच्छा बिहेव नहीं किया, और इसीलिए इसने भी उसके बारे में इल सोचना सही समझा. Right? Developed a defiant attitude and flouted the social norms. He had never come across any angelic soul, यानी कि इतनी अच्छी सोल से वो कभी नहीं मिला, who could understand, sympathize, love and guide him until he met Edla. एक एडला ऐसे फर्स्ट इंसान थी जिसने उसको ये सब चीजें दी, कंपैशन, लव, राइट, गाइड किया उसको. That is why neither the crofter's hospitality nor the Iron Master's friendliness made any impact on him. However, Edla की जो warmth थी, understanding थी, genuineness थी, they brought a sudden and total transformation in his life. When she treated him like a true captain, he simultaneously behaved like one. उसने जैसे ही बिहेव किया, उसके साथ कैप्टन की तरह बिहेव किया, तो उसने भी कैप्टन की तरह ही एडला के साथ भी बिहेव किया. In return, he redeemed himself and emerged as a righteous person by leaving behind a rat trap as a Christmas gift for her, along with a letter of thanks and the stolen money to be restored to the owner. उसने रेड ट्रैप दिया, लेटर दिया और वो 30 कॉर्नर्स नोट दिए जो वो ओनर को उसके वापस कर दे. राइट, चलिए. Now, what does the metaphor of the rat trap serve to highlight the human predicament? The metaphor of rat trap reveals man's helplessness. ये जो ट्रैप है ये इंसान को हेल्पलेस छोड़ देता है. Restlessness and powerlessness in the face of difficult situations. That pursuit of joys and luxuries land him in. Now, all aims and ambitions of attaining great heights remain unfulfilled, and one finds oneself incapable of wriggling out of pettiness and trivialities. Many a times, one is not even aware of having been trapped and thus goes on receding deeper and deeper into the trap. आपको कितनी बार समझ भी नहीं आता है कि आप ट्रैप में फंस गए हैं और इसीलिए आप बस उसमें अंदर फंसते ही जाते हैं into the trap, losing all the chances of deliverance. यानी कि सारे चांसेस भी खो जाते हैं कि अब आप बच ही नहीं पाएंगे, अब आप उस ट्रैप से बाहर निकल ही नहीं पाएंगे. Just as the bait of cheese and pork tempt a trap a rat, the peddler yields to his temptations at the crofter's cottage and then runs helter-skelter to escape being caught. The only difference is that for the peddler, the world itself is a big red trap. Right? Though one cannot see the bars and the wires, this rat trap ensnares individuals like him so securely that they cannot escape at all. आपको कोई भी जकड़ने के लिए उसमें वायर्स वगैरह नहीं दिखाई देंगे, लेकिन फिर भी the trap is very strong. Thus, the metaphor of the rat trap poignantly highlights the human predicament of survival amidst all the odds. Right? Third, the peddler comes out as a person with a subtle sense of humor. How does this serve in lightening the seriousness of the theme of the story? Does this quality of his make him more acceptable to us? एक बात का ध्यान रखना आप लोग, ये जितना भी पार्ट आपसे पूछा जा रहा है, ठीक है, आपको इनके सबके आंसर्स देने हैं. जस्ट डोंट राइट दैट पार्ट ऑफ द स्टोरी एंड कि चलो हो गया आंसर. नहीं, यू हैव टू आंसर ऑल द क्वेश्चंस जो उसके सब पार्ट्स हैं उनको भी. राइट, चलिए. सो आई फाइंड मोर ऑफ आयरनी एंड सटायर देन कॉमिकल ह्यूमर. मुझे इसमें आयरनी और ह्यूमर ज्यादा लगा, सॉरी, आयरनी और सटायर ज्यादा लगा, ना कि कॉमिकल ह्यूमर in the peddler. However, the foolish way in which he acts is humorous. That being a rat trap peddler, he should consider the whole world a trap is entertaining. Equally funny is the dramatic way in which he gets invited to the Iron Master's house and the way his reality is exposed. इसमें थोड़ा सा आपको ड्रामा लगेगा. Right? Later, his ability to regain his equilibrium makes him comical, but I wonder if he is humorous like a circus clown. His temptation, followed by repentance, is the main focus of the story. His philosophy, his guilt conscience, and his eventual reformation make him more human than comical, which is what makes us empathize with him. राइट, सो वो कॉमिकल इतना नहीं लगा, इसीलिए पहले दिन से ही, पहली लाइन से रीडर्स की जो सिंपैथी है वो पेडलर के साथ है. We willingly accept him as a victim of the ways of the world. Still, with his pessimism and irresponsible actions, he does manage to lighten the serious tone of the story. Right? चलिए. To be grateful is a great virtue of a gentleman. How did the peddler show his gratitude to Edla? Now, gratefulness is indeed the virtue of a gentleman. हर gentleman का एक main trait होता है और वो होता है gratefulness. Right? The peddler showed his gratitude to Edla by behaving like one. और उसने भी ऐसे ही अपना gratitude दिखाया. Right? Instead of stealing the expensive silverware of Wimlinson's house, he left behind a rat trap as a Christmas present for Edla. कुछ नहीं चुराया, रादर एक गिफ्ट छोड़ के गया जो रेड ट्रैप था. He also left a note expressing his thankfulness for the hospitality and warmth shown by her. He acknowledged and admired the manner in which she had been nice to him and for treating him like a true captain. He also thanked her for giving him the power to clear himself by raising him honorably and lovingly. Thank you कि आपने मेरे साथ कितना अच्छा बिहेव किया है, right? In addition, he admitted his past follies in that note and enclosed the 30 krona that he had stolen from the crofter. वो 30 kronas note भी उसने उस लेटर के साथ उस ट्रैप में डाल दी. He requested Edla to restore the money to its rightful owner. कि ये जिसके हैं प्लीज वहां तक उसको पहुंचा दो. Thus, the peddler upheld the belief that to be grateful is a great virtue of a gentleman. Right? सो कितनी प्यारी सी स्टोरी है और ये आपको बहुत जरूरी है. आप रिवाइंड करके प्लीज बार बार देखना पीछे जाके. ये आंसर्स ऐसे ही आपको लिखने हैं, इनके वर्ड्स याद कीजिए. राइट? थैंक यू.